Tap House.
Hi guys, welcome to the Tap House. I'm your host E, and there is your other host, co-host M, and welcome to the Tap House. And what beer do we have on tap? And I've been saying tap.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm a co-host. I'm a guest. No, your co-host is K.
Right, and also J Trey.
And J Trey.
We have a lot of co-hosts.
I'm a guest.
Which bad?
Quarantine guest of the year.
Which beer do we have on guest?
We have you call it El Hefe, but I think it's El Hef, right?
Yes, I believe so. Sorry, it got so fucking loud.
Okay, and it's a German style Hefeweizen. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Hefeweizen.
Hefeweizen.
We don't even know shit.
From the No Label Brewing Company. It's a Texas beer, and it says 5% alcohol on the can.
Now, on the website, it says, this is what it says on the website. A traditional German Hefeweizen. This beer is light and refreshing with strong notes of banana, cloves, and citrus, perfect with a hot summer day. Named after the boss of house. The boss of the house, which is a Hefe. I guess it's a Hefe. I mean, I'm assuming, right? And it's 11.7 IBU, so it's a very light beer. I need this one to crisp today because I've been having issues with my stomach. So I wanted to go down smooth. We could talk about that later. Anyways, cheers. My fucking thing paused, but I still recorded, so we're good.
What do you mean?
I put pause instead of M. So that's whatever. All right, I'm gonna go up there and bust it out.
Oh, ooh. This is really good. It's super cold. It's super cold. Man, this is amazing. This tastes really good. I think this might be one of my top 5.
Should I really?
Like top 5 that I ever want to drink. It's super light. It has a really good aftertaste.
Did it kick off the other beer? The one that we had prior,
that wasn't like top 10.
Sublime. It was top 5 for you.
Oh, it really was? I don't know. These new beers keep coming. Well, the beers that we've been taking have been really good lately. Usually, I don't like them.
It doesn't smell at all like beer. The beer itself. It doesn't have a pinch. It doesn't have a what's it called? A tinge smell. Or I'm just making up words, aren't I?
I guess.
Yeah, I am. Tinge means this odd smell, so it doesn't have an odd smell.
A what?
Odd smell. You know how beers have kind of like the piss stink smell?
Yeah, but a stench?
Stench. Wow. It's been a long day, guys. I worked today. It's a Saturday and I worked today. It's the first Saturday I worked in a long time. It feels really watered down.
Yeah.
Really watered down.
It's super smooth.
It's like an agua fresca.
But this is like 5%, right?
Very, yeah, 5%.
That's stronger than any of the light beers you drink. And
no.
Yes, it is.
The Shiner Light Blonde is 8%. Is that my stomach or yours?
No, it's my throat.
Oh, okay. That was my stomach. I was like, oh.
Shiner Light Blonde is 8%?
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I know it's more than 5.
I don't know.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, what's Michelob?
Michelob is, I think, 6%.
Are you kidding me? Most beers are like 4.8.
No, I'm serious. Let me go down this.
Oh man, I must be completely off of what beers are usually.
The Michelob, it's honestly, I don't even know. It's going to the website, but I'll figure it out. But now you know I don't give a fuck. It's just websites are like crucial and crappy when it comes to computer. But no, yeah. Disregard the other beers, right? But speaking about this beer, it feels like it's agua fresca, right?
No.
Like I don't taste no alcohol in this beer.
I definitely disagree with you. I think you're completely wrong. It doesn't taste like agua fresca.
Dude, it tastes like nothing like alcohol.
I know it doesn't.
And that's weird, and I don't like that.
It doesn't taste like a beer. It tastes like water.
Just
as an aftertaste, though.
It just straight up tastes like water when you put some banana peels on it. That's it. That's what it tastes like.
It doesn't taste like banana.
Maybe I'm going hard on this beer, bro.
What the fuck is going on with you, man? As an aftertaste, it doesn't taste like beer.
It is refreshing, though.
It is refreshing. I like it.
For a beer itself, it's refreshing.
You can't say this tastes bad, though.
No. It doesn't taste bad. It tastes odd for a beer.
Yeah.
Like, I'm expecting at least some. You know how every beer you drink, you have this bubbly mouth kind of.
It has an aftertaste to it.
Like crispy taste at the end.
Oh my god!
It's just
not listen. It has an aftertaste to it.
It does, but not a lot though. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and that's not bad.
So weird, but
this is a really good starter beer. If you
for sure.
If you don't like beer, but you want to hang out and start drinking beers,
hey bro, can I drink with you, bro?
I would say drink these because these are super. This is super light. It doesn't taste anything. It has a slight aftertaste, but this is fucking good.
This beer has no bitter face, so like my bitter face, I always make a bitter face. When I drink beers, no bitter face here. So,
no taste.
But it is very, very
it's
smooth.
Beer.
It's very smooth.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably the smoothest beer I have drank ever. Like
yeah, because it tastes like water.
Mm-hmm. And
well, it goes down like water. It doesn't taste like water. Water has a different taste.
The banana though, I could taste the banana.
There's no banana in it.
I just read it.
Oh, it says
yeah, citrus and
read
banana. Yeah, did you not listen to me, bro?
Nah, I wasn't paying attention.
It's the beer is light and refreshing with the strong notes of banana, cloves, and citrus. Can you taste the citrus?
I don't taste the banana. I taste the citrus.
I taste the banana a little bit. But you know the taste where, you know how the banana, whenever you eat it and like slightly, there's a little peel that peels off of the actual.
Oh yeah.
That little piece. That's what what it reminds me. Part? Yeah, that's what it reminds me of, the taste on this beer. It's not too hard on it, but I could just taste it just ever so slightly. I don't know, man. I don't know about this beer right now.
I'm gonna say yay.
I'm
gonna say don't listen to E. If you want to get into beers, and this is your like gateway drug. It is like gateway beer to start drinking beers and then finding your own taste, because it doesn't taste like anything. It has the beer taste to it, but it's not strong. It doesn't taste like water. It's just watered down flavored, I guess you could say. It has a nice little aftertaste to it. Hands down, I mean, all in all, I mean, it's a beer. It doesn't taste like anything. It's a good starter beer. It's a good drinking beer. I say yay. Top 5 for me now. It bumps out the other one.
Okay. For me, you know how the marijuana is the opener drug to supposedly every other drug?
The gateway drug.
The gateway drug. So I don't think this is the marijuana of gateway drugs. I think this is more a Swisher Sweets. You know? It's not a cigarette.
That doesn't make sense.
But it's a Swisher.
It doesn't make sense.
But it's not a marijuana. But it's just in between.
I know you have your right to your opinion, but it's wrong.
Okay. Well, my opinion on this one, I'm gonna say a muh on this one.
That's weird that you would think this is a muh. This tastes better than anything the shit you like.
Oh, come the fuck down. I don't know about that. Come on, guys. Come on. Y'all been out there, guys. Y'all been out there drinking my beer.
I guess you.
I'm more into
You're more the beer guy than I am.
But the thing is, like, what I really wanted to get today was a lager, and a Mexican lager specifically. But I think it's because it's Hefeweizen. I think I said that right.
I don't know.
It sounded right.
It's German.
I think that this one for me, I think just because it has a little bit of a lighter taste rather than the actual malty that I'm looking for. Mm-hmm. So that's probably why I was just like kind of, maybe because I'm bummed out that it was not as what I expected. So that could probably kill my whole rating. But honestly, I think this is hit or miss for me sometimes. Maybe right now, after another 2 beers, I'll probably be, this is actually pretty good. And I probably might be drunk after this, but who knows? Because I'm always drunk on this damn podcast.
You know what I can't get over? That you think Michelob Blonde Light Blondes, whatever, are 8%.
No. That's Shiner Light Blondes are 8%.
Yeah, those. Because Bud Light Platinums are like 9%. You're telling me it's as strong as a Platinum?
Think so, yeah.
And it's a light beer?
Okay, so Michelob, you know what Michelob is?
How much?
4.2%.
See? I knew it.
Completely wrong on that one.
Yeah.
That's just one, all right?
Uh-huh.
I know my Shiner
Blonde. I said 4.8.
Let me see my Shiner
So this
Light
is stronger than the Michelob, and Michelob definitely tastes like watered down beer.
Yeah, I hate that you were right on that one. Like the Michelob tastes
like watered down beer, but this one doesn't taste like watered down beer.
Not as compared to Miller Lite. Oh my gosh.
What? How much is it?
Go suck your dick.
How much is it?
Go suck your dick and
How much is it? Because it's a light beer.
It's a 4.2 ABV.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Because Budweiser's like 4.8. And Budweiser's a beer. It's not a light beer.
Man, I'm dyslexia or something because I can't.
Nah. You were just trying to be like, oh yeah, I drink good beer. Like it's watered down beer that you drink. I don't think people should question your integrity for drinking beer, but maybe your reviews aren't as good as they should go.
Wow, fuck this shit. Wow. Okay, I might.
But then again, I drink Budweiser, so I mean, there you can go with that.
That's the throw up beer, right, guys? Budweiser, they just like fucking might mix some throw up and mix some shit, and then put some piss into it, and that's what you get.
Budweiser, Dos Equis.
Dos Equis, they okay.
This beer is really good now. I like cider beers, so I mean,
but
I'm not a bitter person. I'm more of a sweet.
You tasted the Shiner Light Blonde, haven't you?
I didn't like it,
but I mean, compared to this
is better.
Yeah, well, I mean, probably, but I mean, for me, no, because I like the bitterness, but it feels like the Shiner Light Blonde should be more stronger than this one, right? Like by the taste of it.
That's what's so good about this beer, that it's a stronger beer
and it's very smooth.
But it's super smooth. It doesn't taste like it doesn't taste like a watered down beer, is what I'm saying.
Now I'm terrified because
it tastes like you could quote unquote say watered beer, like it tastes like water, but that's not true. It doesn't taste like water. It just has no flavor of beer or like bitterness. It's just almost neutral, except for the slight hints of like the banana or whatever, the citrus, and then the very I would say poignant aftertaste that it has.
That's what I was looking for. Poignant. That word poignant.
But
I couldn't get the
poignant.
JJ.
It's Jenny.
Johnny.
It's not JJ.
Okay, no, but I mean, I guess yeah. Play on words.
But other than that, like those are the flavors it has to it. So it's not strong. It's not overwhelming, especially if you're not a beer drinker. Like most people that are like, oh, you're not a beer drinker, you should just like try craft or light beer. No, try this one, because it'll get your foot in the door, and then you can like kind of figure out your flavors from there.
Because I think this one would probably, if as in my opinion, right, I think this beer would be the one that would stick your foot into the more flavorful beers, like the citrusy, all that.
Yeah,
other
like
shit.
The craft beers, the micro beers.
Yeah, so I think, I think if you
not
start
the
with
name brands,
not the name brands, but also not the stouts, because if you go from this to stouts,
man, the stouts. The stouts are like a different league, though, when it comes to
look at that,
to drinking.
All my trophies right there.
I don't like stouts.
I was gonna buy a sour.
It's like saying tequila, whiskey, and vodka. They're all in the same. They're all in the same like agenda, right? It's let's say like if you say sports, right?
Okay.
They're like all in the same sport, but one's football, one's basketball, one's soccer, one's hockey. Like one's track, like it's all different things.
Where would you put the Jägerbomb? I mean, Jägermeister. Would you put that in the tequila eras next to tequilas, or you put that below tequilas?
No,
because I feel like tequila is the number one.
It just depends,
as in taste.
It depends what you like. Because there's really good tequila that doesn't taste like Patron or like Jose Cuervo, like the strong, or like the Skull tequilas, which are like super fucking gross.
I think the only one that like tequila is the Blanco. The ones Blanco tequilas.
Blancos are strong though, like burning taste.
But this flavor
I'm more of a yellow. I don't know what this yellow
Arraspas. That's the fucking ice cream.
I don't know what they're called, but it's the yellow ones, because there's clear and yellow, right? When it comes to tequila.
Yeah,
there's clear and yellow, and I like the yellow ones. The clear ones are too strong, but I also don't like vodka either. Vodka's too strong for me. Like the I mean, I don't know, the overpowering flavor of the alcohol. Jack whiskeys are good, but whiskeys are the reason I like whiskeys is because you can mix them. They mix well with soda drinks, and I like soda. That's why.
That's any whiskey that mixes with the soda.
Because if you think of vodka and tequila, Reposado.
Reposado. That's what it is. The yellow one.
Those are the yellow ones. With whiskey and vodkas, I can't really think of sodas that go well with them other than Sprite. You know what I mean? And Sprite kind of goes okay with tequila. Kind of goes okay with vodka.
Squirt.
Yeah.
Squirt goes with tequila.
I'm talking about like dark soda. So
I mean, no.
Yeah. So that's my thing.
How do we get to this?
Because we're talking about
the
flavors.
rates and the ABV. I was wrong, completely wrong. My bad, guys. My bad.
You're like doubled it. I'm like, what the fuck? I knew right away when you said 80. I was like, this motherfucker's dude. I was not even close.
I was honestly surprised. I thought that it was actually that much.
Because I know that the strongest beer I've ever had is a Bud Light Platinum, and they're like 8 or 9. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's between 8 or 9.
Try that motherfucker right there.
16 no, because but Bud Light Platinum tastes good to me because it's not overpowering bitterness, right? It still tastes like a beer. It's just a strong beer. It's like
it feels a little heavy when you drink it.
Like it's obviously a Budweiser. That's just a little more concentrated, right?
Pointed.
No, concentrated.
I don't know what I'm trying to say with this fucking word. I can never get that word right.
It's a little more concentrated,
poignant.
Right? Like
poignant.
the flavor of the Bud Light Platinum.
I feel like the Bud Light Platinum is thicker.
And then you had that one beer at that bar that we went to. It was a tap beer, and that was 14 or 15%. And you could not. You finished it, but it took you like an hour and a half to finish. Like maybe, what is this? How many ounces is this? This is
12
ounces. Probably like an 8 ounce. It took you like an hour and a half to finish 8 ounces of it.
Right? But look,
I think it was 15 honestly.
But look where I'm at now. I'm at 16% now.
But it's not like you liked it. But you just kind of chugged it just because you were drinking it just to drink it.
True, but
because it wasn't good.
But it wasn't good though.
Because it tasted like a whiskey, but not a good whiskey.
Yeah, and these actually have good flavors, and it tastes really good.
I don't believe you. I think you just kind of like, oh, this is strong. I like it, and it's not really that good,
dude. Man.
But then again, I don't like bitterness. I don't know if you really like bitterness. I don't like bitterness. I like sweet.
I like bitterness with flavor that actually goes well together, like cocoa, and then some heavy malts. I don't know.
You don't know what the fuck you're saying.
Shit, but you know what I mean. But what I was trying to say is that like the Shiner gives me buzz off of 2 beers if I have an 8, right? And knowing this is stronger and I'm gonna drink more, I feel like I'm gonna get buzzed harder with these.
Does it kind of make you think that, oh shit, maybe I am a lightweight with like 3 Shiners put you down?
I am a lightweight though.
Well, you don't act like you're a lightweight.
No, because I'm
every time we go out,
a pristine bitch.
No.
Bougie bitch.
Every time we go out, you have to have at least 2 beers in your hand. Whoa, a beer in each hand, right? And I mean, who does that? Who does that?
Don't y'all do that out there?
I don't.
I mean, you don't want to wait in line in the bar for another fucking 20 minutes for the bartender to ignore you and go for the other girls or go for the guy that has a Gucci belt or something.
But you just don't know how to moderate in that sense. Because let's say you go out, right? Not every place we go to is fucking packed.
I get it, but
right? Not every place we go to is fucking packed. So there's times where you'll finish both beers within like an hour. And then you go get another 2 beers, and then you finish those beers. And by the time, like it's closing time, you go get another 2 beers just because last call. I better get at least 2 beers before I'm done. And then you're 8 beers in within like 3 hours. That's a lot, even with your weak ass beer.
It doesn't feel like a lot though, in my mind. But you're right.
But that's why you get drunk the way you get drunk.
I say it's good fun, buzzed. I don't think it's drunk.
I didn't say bad.
Yeah,
I just say that's why you get drunk the way you get drunk.
But I don't think it's drunk either. I think it's buzzed.
I don't. Nah.
You don't think it's just buzzed?
Nah, you drunk. Okay. No, you drunk. You fall asleep at restaurants. You're drunk.
That is true. But it's because
Buzz don't fall asleep at restaurants. Drunk falls asleep at restaurants.
I only fall asleep if I'm drinking like craft beer. Because every time I fall asleep.
No. You fall asleep because you're drunk. Stop trying to blame it on something else. You fall asleep because you're drunk. It's okay. I'm not judging you.
I prefer to be asleep.
I'm the last person to judge because I love having fun like that.
I prefer falling asleep than making a fool out of myself. But then again, I already make a fool out of myself.
Do you say that are you saying that I make a fool of myself?
I say that, yes, very, very much.
I don't think I make a fool of myself.
All the time.
I feel like I do things and it embarrasses the people that are with me but I feel no embarrassment.
Yeah, and I think
So how am I making a fool of myself if I'm not embarrassed?
Well, that makes a lot of sense because I don't feel like. I think when I'm buzzed and drunk with you, I don't feel as embarrassed. I feel like people around me could feel they're embarrassed, and then I get embarrassed because, like, oh fuck, they're embarrassed. Let me go ahead and fix this shit. You know?
Yeah, I guess.
Want another beer?
No, I'm good right now. I just topped this one off.
You topped it like a bottom, huh?
I'm already like 1.5 in.
Yeah, I drank it those seconds before I started the podcast because I was playing bingo with my family online.
Mm-hmm.
So I am pretty chill. I had a great day, guys. By the way,
You just said you had a bad day. Long day.
I said I had a long day, but it's not a bad day.
Oh, okay, I guess that's true.
It's weird because.
Well, are you about to talk about something important?
I fucked up right here. I said I'm right here. Huh?
Are you about to talk about something very important?
Not yet. I was gonna give a bit about the Kuro.
Can we just skip that? I'm pretty sure people are like aware of all that. I'm really interested in what you're gonna ask me.
Oh, okay. There's 2 topics, right?
Yeah. I want to know about the thing that you don't think I do.
Okay, so recently I've been told, why do I pee with the restroom open?
Okay.
It's the door open, right? And
okay,
I told her.
I definitely don't do that.
Exactly. So I told her, she goes, is that a guy thing? Because I know guys and their stalls, they had to pee next to each other. I was like, it's not me or you, but that's you. You can hear your breath going in.
Oh, it's because me breathing out.
Oh, yeah. No, you're fine. You're fine, brother. But I feel like my voice is like really low. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, probably my headphones. She told me because that she knows the guys' restrooms, we're like kind of close to each other in the urinals and we pee and shit. And I told her, I'm like, yeah, like I guess because we're so used to somebody being next to us that we're so comfortable peeing in general without having to worry about closing the doors. So, and I used to do it in athletics, I used to pee. There's no fucking like actual like walls next to each other, like stalls. And even the restrooms for the toilets, they take off the doors, so you can't really take a shit without somebody passing you. They can see inside of you. Well, just a basketball a locker room. Because remember the basketball locker room, the very like in high school, the very last stall, it has no fucking door. Mm-hmm. People just take a shit. But I don't know about the football locker room. But for me,
they all had stalls.
Well,
the toilets did, not the urinals.
Well, and even like just basically at the bars, there's just people next to you. You just piss anywhere, so you feel comfortable pissing. So you're like, why need to close the door? Because you're always just pissing next to somebody. Mm-hmm. So my mindset after that, I just told her, like, my mindset is that I'm just so comfortable, especially since me and you have dated before, that I pissed with the door open, like, and because I could talk to you while we're pissing, like, it's not a big deal. Now taking a shit is different. I just close the door, but she asked me, like, am I the only, like, are you the only guy that does that? I'm like, no, because her little brother does it and I do it. But I told her, no, I know one person that doesn't do it. It's you. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if the mentality was different for you when it came to sports and athletics. I feel like when I go to the bars, when I go to the sports, I feel like I give no shits who next to me. And I don't, is it out of respect that you don't close the door?
I don't know. Never thought of it. I just, like, you go into the bathroom, you close the doors. What I just always, I don't know. And like, growing up, I grew up with a lot of siblings. So you just kind of close the door because, first of all, like.
But I grew up with a lot of siblings.
Yeah, but my mentality.
I have sisters.
I guess. Yeah. I don't know. I always think of it like it's a respect thing. You close the door because nobody wants to hear you pissing. I don't want to hear you pissing. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Everybody always says. And that's why I always told you to close the fucking door.
Everybody always says, "What the fuck you got the door open? Oh, you're nasty." I'm like, "What? I'm pissing."
I don't think it's nasty. It's a respect thing. Like nobody wants to hear you shit, right? Or see you shit.
Yeah.
Why would they want to see you piss? It's the same thing. You're using restroom.
They want to see if I'm winning the game in there.
No. See, that's. See, I think of it as more as a respect to others, kind of like the farting or burping, which you do a lot. You don't really fucking care.
I don't know that. Hey, so okay.
Wait, what do you mean?
I haven't farted in a long time.
Motherfucker, you do it all the time. I be in the living room watching TV, and you're fucking eating, and I just hear the fucking chair.
That's somebody knocking. Hey, okay, I get it. Okay, so with the whole respect,
your bodily functions, like I don't feel like you care if anybody knows. Which I'm not hating. I'd rather not see it, and I think it's more of a respect thing. Like I don't want to see it or I don't want to hear it. Don't do that. So if you do it, then I feel like you're being disrespectful. You know what I mean? But if I'm not okay with it. Which I'm not. That's why you don't use my restroom anymore, because I kicked you out of it.
Yeah, it sucks. But she asked me too, like, okay, so I get that fact that you do that when people are around. Do you still do that when you're by yourself?
Yeah, I still close the door. It's just a habit.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
It's just a habit.
I have my door open like a lot. Like my Gigi looks at me pee.
Well, that's
She
different
stares
though,
at me. I'm
because
like,
now
"What's up,
you
bro?"
have a bathroom inside your bedroom.
But even before that, I don't care. You were out there without pee.
I know, but it's just different though. I think there's a different mentality. Like, I'm pretty sure there's moments where you have to take a really bad shit and you just run into the bathroom. You don't even close the door, right?
Multiple times in my own room, yes.
Yes, but it would not be the same thing if you had a restroom that was outside of your room.
Yeah. When it comes to the shitting, yes, but
Just kind of like
I don't care.
just kind of like the shower, like showering. Like if you were comfortable with just walking around naked, then you wouldn't even care about closing the bathroom door when you take a shit, when you piss, when you take a shower.
I guess because all my siblings were always close to my age or like older than me, so I didn't care. But obviously, there's kids around.
But
Yeah, I'll close
we're
the
the same.
fucking door.
We're the same thing though.
What?
Like we're literally the same age. We had the same amount of siblings. They're all the same ages. Like they all
You're
compare.
weird though. You're like respectful.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, we grew up like, you know, hey, whoever comes first to eat eats. You know, survival of the fittest. Hey, I gotta pee first. Or hey, I'm not gonna wait. You know, I'll go first. Or or hey, you wanna pee? Well, you're gonna watch me pee first.
Okay.
Like alpha male. You know,
I mean,
you gotta assert your dominance out there.
I guess. I mean, it's just a different situation. That's just how I was like kind of raised. I don't think it's bad either way. I was raised like that. Like you close the door because it's not about you being uncomfortable or comfortable. It's about making other people uncomfortable or comfortable and respecting their
And that's true because I don't do it out when we go to like we get invited to another person's house. I don't do it then.
You don't do it at their house.
Yes, I do it in my own home, in my own comfort, and in my mom's house, and at the bars. What's up, bro?
Well, the bars is
Pissing?
different though because it's an open stall.
Man, you pissing like as much as I am.
But even the open stalls. I mean, how many bars have you gone to where it's like just a tub? Because even a stall, there's still like walls on the side of you that block you, right?
Yeah.
So that's still maintaining some sort of privacy.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I feel like her mentality was like, that's weird. How come you like so comfortable pissing outside, pissing without even having to worry about who's saying or who's looking at you? Like, don't you feel uncomfortable? I was like, no, I'm just chill about it. I'm chill about it. And my sisters, they always complained about it, but I didn't care. My mom,
Don't you think
everybody complained. Actually,
but don't you think
It's
that's
just me.
rude?
I think it's just me.
Don't you think that's rude?
Yes, it's rude. It's very rude. But if my son piss with the door open, I'm like, that's my son. But obviously, if there's a kid around,
Okay,
or
but let's
girl,
say your son pisses with the door open, and there's company over, and you tell him close the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going on.
Let's say you say close the door, like you shouldn't be doing that, and he just continues doing that. Is it you need to respect his?
Piss?
No, you need to respect his comfortability of like being open like that, or he's being disrespectful to you.
It just depends how he brings it out.
No. I'm asking you.
I'm
asking you.
Well, I'll be like, respect his decision pissing with the door open. He's not hurting you. Just don't look in there.
No, I'm saying that you're upset about it, and you ask him to do it, and he doesn't.
Then I'll be like, I respect your decision.
You're gonna get walked all over as a fucking dad. You stupid fuck.
I'd be like, son, thank you for
Nah,
that.
if that's what you think, then that's what you think. I mean, then he's gonna continue pissing with the door open.
But then obviously it's gonna be also the last
No,
word.
it's either one or the other.
No, but the last word's gonna go to the wife. Like if I have a kid, the wife's gonna have the last say. I'm gonna be cool with it, but my wife's gonna be like, really?
Why?
You're gonna let piss all over the place?
Why?
And I'll be like, bitch.
So
No, just kidding.
it's a partnership. You should both decide.
Yeah. So what if she says no? So we had to meet in the middle, and she's like, okay, how about he does that whenever it's just us, but then when guests come, he should just not do that. And I'd be like, I'll try my best, baby. I'll try my best. You know, if this is what kills us, then I'm sorry, but you know, what if he has a seizure in there or whatever? You know,
That doesn't even.
No? Okay.
I mean, that's just you're over exaggerating.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. You like pissing with the door open, that's fine. But if people don't like it, then you should respect that too.
And I do that. I respect it most of the time because you kicked me out. It took me a long time. So.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I was genuinely getting upset with you to the point where I was like, you can't piss in my room anymore, or you can't piss in my bathroom anymore.
But that was because
That was a different thing because we switched rooms.
Yeah, like why you get in my room? You get your own restroom.
And that just doesn't fucking make sense to me. You have your own fucking bathroom.
It's closer. It's like right there next to the kitchen. So why walk all the way around to piss in my room?
Yeah, but you admit that sometimes you would go to my restroom when you'd be in your own room, just because it was easy because you wanted to go piss in there. Or like use that restroom.
That don't make no sense.
You admitted that. You told me that.
I said if whenever you were here, whenever I was over there,
no.
I go to your restroom here because.
No. You told me that whenever you were in this room with the restroom in it, that you would sometimes use my restroom because you wanted to go use that one.
I don't remember saying that.
You admitted that to me, and I was like, "That's bullshit."
I must have been drunk.
Whatever.
Or high or something. I don't know. I was watching. By the way. Album of the week. It's
The Strokes.
The Strokes.
I didn't even remember the names.
I know. I almost forgot the name of it.
Remember the album name?
No, I do not.
Then how are you gonna say the album of the week?
The album of the week, because I'm gonna go back and mark it, and I'm gonna memorize what it is, and I'll just put it up, and that's it. But the show of the week is Westworld.
Ooh, song of the week for me is "Blinded by the Lights." The Weeknd.
Fuck. Really?
I fucking love that song right now.
Why? And just in curiosity, like, is it just
have you heard it?
No, I've heard it's an amazing song, but it's just kind of been out for a while. So like, why just all of a sudden?
Because I just heard it. I just recently heard it. I don't.
You haven't heard it at all?
I didn't heard it before.
What were you hearing before that?
I wasn't listening to music. I told you. Remember we had this conversation last. I don't know if there was this last podcast or 2 ones before.
I must have blanked out.
Where I get tired of like watching TV, so I have to do something else, and then I get tired of doing that, and I have to do something else. Well, there was a phase where I was like not listening to music because I was listening to podcasts only.
But how is that? Not listening to at all? Like not even a sip of music. Like
I don't know, I just don't. I get tired.
That's interesting. I feel like if I get tired listening to like music that's pop, I just go into.
But I listen to everything though.
Yeah, like
I kind of look for music. What's new? And then when I'm just tired of listening to music, I just kind of want to listen to people talk. And then when I get tired of listening to people talk, then I just watch like TV and shit. And then when I get tired of watching TV, I go find something else. The only thing I haven't done is like read books. I need to fall on that. But I get tired of everything else, and I'm just reading books.
I still have your book over here from Bobby Bones. I mean,
you have it here?
Yeah,
why do you have it?
You gave it to me.
Why would I give you that?
I don't know. I just in my room closet.
Did I forget to move it out?
No, you just like here. Okay.
Did I tell you to read it?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe that's why I lend you the book. I didn't give you the book. Why would I give you my book?
Why would you give me the book if you haven't read it yourself?
I did read it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You know, I don't see you as a book reader. Even.
Well, it's because I'm not. I just read that book because I admire him. I look up to him. Even though I don't do any of the shit that he does, like podcasts and stuff like that.
You're doing it, bro.
Well,
you're making it. You're
doing
big, bro.
Nah, you're doing it. I'm not. I'm just a guest.
Sorry, I don't know what the hell's making that noise. This? No, that now, yeah, but that's weird. Anyways, Westworld, right?
I hear what you're saying. But it sounds like almost like raining.
Is it the chairs?
Yeah, it's the chair.
I just bought this fucking chair.
That's the chair.
That's cool. Because I move a lot. That's why. I need to just chill the fuck out. So I was watching Westworld, guys. There's this episode. Jesus Louise. Episode 3 on season 3. And there's this part where it got me thinking. So you know the Matrix, right?
Yep.
The whole premise of the Matrix.
The premise of the Matrix, like
yeah,
the movie.
We're in a simulation, and the robots control what we dream about, kind of situation.
And they use us as batteries.
Use
us as batteries.
I guess souls are batteries in some ways.
Well, I think the concept with the Matrix is that we created these machines to sustain us, right? And they felt like that was the main purpose with us without causing too much problems. It's just to incubate us, and then that's it. You know, if they can use us as energy, they will. But I'm pretty sure there's other sources of energy they use. So
there's a premise.
I'm not that well versed in like the Matrix.
Part 4's coming out. So that's gonna be great.
Yeah, I heard.
Whenever it does come out.
I'm not that well versed in the Matrix lore.
So the Westworld, and it's, correct me if I'm wrong for those who watch the show. I fucking hate this noise chair now. It's getting my nerves because I'm leaning too back on it. That's why I'm just like super chill on it. So on the Westworld, damn, I don't know why I'm so pissed off with this dumb mic right now. Anyways, so it's a similar kind of thing. Correct me if I'm wrong, but on the season 3, so you know how it happens in the first season. There are robots in this Westworld, and all of a sudden, robots get consciousness, where Dolores gets consciousness, and she becomes her own, and she doesn't really go by the cycle that she's into because she awakens, you know. And also Maeve, which is the other robot on the Westworld. Basically, they just escape on season 2 and go out to the world. And after they have the conflict between the humans, the host basically, and then I think the host, but the humans, and then from there, she sends her loved ones to like a Earth. She sends her loved ones into like this to like this heavenly world, which is just it's a trajectory towards some other location, I guess IP. And then she leaves the Westworld, which obviously there's other worlds, world. There's China world. I forgot which one it is. And then there's
samurai,
a medieval world. And then there's there's a whole bunch of different worlds, right? So season 3 starts. Dolores is out, and she's basically in the real world. And you know, inside the consciousness of each robot it's like a little marble, which kind of it's like the program of, you know, the host. I think it's a host. Yeah, I was getting confused with the host and the guest. The guests are the humans. The hosts are the robots, right?
I guess. I don't know.
I'm assuming that's what the hosts are robots. So basically, the host has this little marble in their head that kind of gives them the consciousness, which I guess their personality, stuff like that.
Characteristics.
So, yeah, so she takes 5 of them, right? And then it doesn't tell you who specifically they are, but one of them is I forgot the name, but the one that helps with the host. Like, anyways, in the future, it's a simulation. It's not a simulation. It's like artificial intelligence that humans created in order to kind of put people in line and kind of project what guess and accuracy on what they're gonna do and when they're gonna die and what each move they're gonna do. They could predict it, kind of like Time Cop. What's it called?
I've already lost you. I don't know what
I lost myself too. I don't even know. Basically, it's a cloak. Rather than a simulation, it's a cloak, right? So instead of a simulation, it's actually just the fact that it's a robot.
I'm still lost. Okay, what are you talking about?
Okay, what are
you talking about? Because you said Dolores gets these 5 things, and then you start. You stop talking about that.
Okay, well, just ignore everything that I said and just go with this episode. I was just trying to like set it up, you know, but I kind of fucked that up completely. But
it was because you were talking about one subject, and then all of a sudden you just jumped off it.
Because I wasn't sure if you saw it, but then I forgot that you're not even done in season 2
I'm not
yet,
even.
so
I haven't even started season 2.
Even if I say it wouldn't make sense to you. So I'm skipping to the point of what I.
Okay, yeah.
So Aaron Paul from the Breaking Bad, the character.
Again, okay. So what's the concept of what you want to talk about?
Well, the marble supposedly now is a bigger marble because it's a consciousness inside the robot. So now it's this big marble that the richest person created, right?
Okay.
It's
there's
this
like
one
physically there's a bigger marble.
Yes, and it's just like a superhuman, super artificial intelligence.
Okay.
That has everybody's thoughts and minds. So
of the Westworld.
No, of humans.
Why does it have that?
Because I'm still figuring it out because it's just new concept of the show. It just came on. So like it's not a simulation they're in, but they play with that. But basically the artificial intelligence guesses what each human is gonna do, what's their next move, if they're when they're gonna die, based on
like them being at the park or the just even outside the world.
Outside the world.
And how do they get that information?
It's coming on. But basically, it gets the information, right?
Okay.
So Aaron Paul is like another human being, right? He was in the army. He had a PTSD, and they also have some augmented stuff underneath their tongue. So whenever they want him to like ramp up, you know, be aggressive, they kind of ramp it up. You know how?
But he's a human?
Yeah, but they have little implants so they can.
So they can kind of control him.
Yes, kind of. And so basically, that's kind of, there's some little hints on how they get data from humans, right? Because they also have little chips that they eat. So it kind of like if you want to go to sleep, it's like a melatonin. They just put it in their mouth and they put 6 hours to sleep, and they could say they're in a beach or in space or in general.
Technology runs the world.
Yeah, basically. Like we were arguing to the point where we just have that for our.
We're so dependent on technology.
Correct.
Yeah.
So basically, Aaron Paul the actor, right, doesn't want to go with those beliefs. He's not taking the things that he's supposed to take for the robot stuff, whatever, and he's always trying to apply for jobs, and consistently he's being rejected. He's always asking questions. So why am I being rejected? Because all they keep telling him is like, your thing was great, your resume was good, everything was great, but we can't hire you. But then he always tells the person why, and then the person says like, we just can't hire you. And he was like, what can I improve on? Like, is there something that I need to do or something I need to learn? And I was like, nope, we just can't hire you. And he goes, am I speaking to a human being? No, sir, I'm speaking to a robot. So like, it's like basically an automation system telling him that he's not going to be hired. So it's not even a human talking to him. So he goes throughout the whole process, and like he goes into larceny. So there's like a little app called Rico. You know how Grand Theft Auto, you have missions and stuff, and you click on it and you just select it, you finish the mission, you get money. Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Oh shit.
So they get to do like missions.
So it's like Uber for stealing.
Yeah, so it's personals and it's little small stuff. So personals is like murder, kidnap, and stuff like that. Okay. And the other ones is basically money, bank robbery, or just sending packages and shit. So he never does personals because he doesn't want to get involved in that shit.
Yeah, he doesn't want to murder anybody.
Yeah, so he thought he was doing a thing for somebody, and it ended up being with Dolores in the middle of it. Things happen. He ends up saving her somehow. Mm-hmm. Well, I know how, but eventually she finds him because they're going to catch him. And then, I don't know how this turned into like, I'm getting there, right? It's almost there. But basically, he's in trouble, and Dolores goes and saves him. And then he takes him to dinner, to breakfast. He sits him down in this little dinery where, as a kid, his mom left him because his mom has Alzheimer's. Well, not Alzheimer's, or schizophrenia. Mm-hmm. And she hands him a note, and he's reading the note. And while he's reading it, he realizes that that's his memories. And it's like, how do you know all this? Like, I don't. It's already been recorded since in the past with this artificial intelligence that's recording every human. And like, what do you mean? Like, and he goes, you know what's going on? Like, you're in a cage. You're not allowed to evolve anymore. Like, those jobs, they're not a coincidence. They're not letting you get any jobs anymore. And then she showed him a little tablet of what he could be or what he could do. He can't have kids. He can't be married because he's suicidal. So they already projected when he's gonna die and where he's gonna kill himself. So they already put his plan to life where he's gonna do. So that's why he never gets any job. He's never gonna get anywhere in the world.
Oh, because he's too high risk. Yes. Because eventually he's gonna kill himself. Yeah, because he's suicidal.
So they're not even gonna waste time on him.
Because there's no potential there. Exactly. Based on the statistics they have on him.
So yeah, so he's a failure basically.
Oh shit. And so they're already determining his destiny without
him
giving them a chance.
Exactly. So that's everybody in the show. So we just
in the universe of Westworld.
Yeah. So we're just learning that outside the Westworld, like the real world. Mm-hmm. And that part got me because he's like the way the actor does it, like he portrays that the emotional reaction where I think I would react to. Mm-hmm. It's like what, like he goes, are you mad? No, I'm enraged. And he's like, so what do you want to do? Like, I could give you the money, you could go away, or you want to start the revolution. And he's like, well, I'm already a dead man either way, so I might as well do something different compared to what I already do. So it got me thinking, right? Let me sip a beer.
That brings up a good question that I've been thinking about lately these past 2 weeks. Continue.
So it got me thinking, right? Okay, so obviously we're not in a simulation. Well, I guess we don't know yet, right?
That's a possibility. It's a possibility and it's not a possibility.
Correct. And then also we don't have a scientific artificial intelligence knowing what we're gonna do, because I don't think we got to the point. We're getting there, but we haven't got to that point yet. So I don't think that's it. But
there's a lot of algorithms out there.
But it got me thinking, right? Mm-hmm. What if our consciousness itself triggers an automated system, right? Where what we're so used to doing, we repeat the same things we do because we're so used to doing it because we already know we get out of it
the outcomes.
We've been there. Okay, let's do it again because we know what's gonna happen. We're used to it, and that's what we're used to.
You
and
become complacent
to what you do all the time. So, and my thought process when I watched the show, after I watched it, I was like, oh my gosh, like, so I feel like and I look back at all my life, right, and school, and how I do work, and how I do after life.
Yeah. You started going through everything.
Yes, I learned that I had a pattern going. There's and it could be.
This brings up what I've always told you.
Kind of, but it's not just relationship. It's just not with exes. It's just not with anything. It's just in general how I do after I break up with the girl, and after I end up processing it, and how I do okay. But then after I go to my highs, I go back to my lows, and I'm telling myself, oh, here we go again. It's okay. You're gonna meet the next person because it happened before. You're gonna have those highs. It happened before. You're gonna do better. Yeah. And as we get to that point, I let it kind of just let it be as it is. And then once I feel that automation, I guess, in my head, like, oh, we've been here before. We know where it's gonna go. Let's jump out now. And then it repeats itself. And in my head, I'm thinking,
this is my stop. This is where I get off.
Yeah, like this is how far I was able to go. I'm not gonna go any further because I don't know what's over there. So my mind, my process of thought is telling me jump off now, and let's go back to the beginning. Maybe the next time we'll be better. But it keeps going and going to the same process. And in my mind, obviously, I could do differently. So when I saw that episode, I was like, you know what? I have to change everything. Like everything that I used to do the opposite.
I don't know if that's the.
I mean,
that's what you should take away from it.
No, but I took away that I have to.
That you need to get off the cycle that you have.
Yes, and I feel like it made me realize that it made me think. Do you think somewhere consciously your mind makes you repeat the same things because you're used to it, or is it something that you just think because you're just in a rut?
I think it's I don't know. I mean, I'm not a psychologist. I don't know what all that like mentally involves as far as your decisions you make. I mean, you make decisions based off your history, your past actions, and I always like to think it's a lot of your decision making is based on trauma, right? Based on a trauma that you've experienced and you don't want to experience again, or that you want to experience because it makes you feel alive, right? That's what I feel. That's my opinion as far as like decision making. But I think when you're self-aware of who you are and your actions, then you become more capable of making a rational decision. I wouldn't say the best decision or the right decision, because you don't really know if a choice that you made is the best outcome for you when you're making it.
It's more like, okay, left. Wait, okay, left again. You know, next time left again. Fuck it, right next time.
Well, not to simplify it to that extreme, but I just mean in general, most life decisions are like auto mode, right? Am I gonna go to work today? Yes. Why? Because I gotta want to make money, right? You gotta make money. I'm gonna pay my rent? Yes. I'm not gonna hit this guy with my car, you know? Like most life decisions, because everything you do is a decision, to the smallest measure, right? But most of those decisions, I would say, are auto decisions. Like you're just on automatic, right? Driving, turning left, turning right, going to work, getting off of work, working hard, not working hard. That's just automated, right? When you're talking about like huge life decisions or relationship decisions like that, I don't know. Do you do the things you do because of a cycle that you're in? I don't think so. I think you do the things you do because you can. I don't know. I feel like we're walking into this territory where it feels like I'm just gonna criticize you, and I don't want to criticize you.
It's been that criticism a long time before. But okay, what I'm trying to say too also is because
just because I've lived with you now,
yeah,
and we've been living together 2 years now. I think it's 2 years.
It's about 2 years.
2 years,
getting more. But I feel like there's an example like I could tell about today, because usually every time I wake up in the mornings, it's always a rush to work, right? Yeah. Today I kind of did a little different. I said, you know what? I'm gonna wake up a little earlier. I'm going to make breakfast, and I'm going to, do differently when it comes to going to a job so I don't feel rushed.
Make a different decision.
So I woke up in the morning, literally, and all I did was just lay in bed and play with Gigi. And I felt really good. I was like, I'm not in a rush. I'm making sure Gigi's is happy waking up. Good morning, and I give her food. I brushed my teeth. I made pancakes. I ate. I sat down. I cleaned the summer room, and I still had time to make coffee. And I didn't go to rush to work. I drove, and I feel perfectly great. That's the reason why today I'm more happy than ever, because I woke up for the first time on a Saturday early as hell, and I wasn't sleeping until 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. Like that. Even if it's the little difference, it's my job, and I had to get up for it. Mm-hmm. It felt something different than what I normally am doing, and it made me objectively more happy, which is odd because I'm working. But the act of doing something different in the morning and not doing it and just waking up late, even if it's a little win, it feels really good. So like those little small things too that I want to do different. Like every day, instead of waking up, oh, here we go to work again, let's go rush to work, I will wake up early in the morning, enjoy my morning, probably go to the balcony, drink some coffee in the balcony, just relax and smell the air, and not feel like I'm overdoing anything, and then go to work.
You're enjoying life.
Yeah. Because I feel like I haven't done that. Even though let's go to the weekends, get drunk, let's go enjoy life. That's not really for me enjoying life. It's a part of it, but it's not all of it. Mm-hmm. So yeah. But criticize me. Go ahead.
Well, no, it's not it is a criticism, but it's just, I wouldn't say it's a criticism. It's just an observation. And just because I'm saying this to you, I don't believe that necessarily it's a bad thing. I just feel like a lot of your decisions are based off what I think what I'm about to say, right? You're not a very considerate person. You're kind of a selfish person, right? Even when it comes to the girlfriends or the people that you're with, you're in a sense selfish because you do things for them, but you're expecting a positive outcome for yourself when you do those things.
Not all the time, though.
I mean, again, this is just my opinion. Okay, what I think about you.
I could rebuttal, right?
Yeah. Again, it's because it's not a criticism. It's just my opinion. A criticism would be like, this is what you're doing wrong, or this is why I feel like you're making a mistake. And I don't know if that's the case. I just feel like this is what I've noticed from living with you, is that you're not a considerate person. That's definitely true. At least that's how I definitely feel. Have you gotten better? Yes, but that's because I've had to be vocal about it. And I'm not used to that. I don't like being vocal. I don't like interacting with people in that way. But
that's how they get better, though. If you don't say shit, they're gonna keep in the same cycle.
Yeah, I know. We've both matured and grown from our living experience, right? You've been less of the person I don't like, because
less obnoxious.
I wouldn't even say it, because you're not obnoxious. I mean, you do shit, and I
you question it, and like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'll talk shit to you about it, but I'm not genuinely like, oh, I fucking hate living with this guy because can't watch a fucking YouTube video without this motherfucker talking. Like, no, that's not how I feel. I'm just like,
you have those friends.
It's just like you walk in and I kind of know, like, well, I need to like have the controller next to me to pause it because this motherfucker is gonna talk to me, right? Or like, if you don't, then I just watch my YouTube video. Like, you're not obnoxious. It's just like you start to learn things about people and you adjust, right? Well, to me, I just feel like those are why you make certain decisions that you make in a relationship, which we don't have to get into too much about your relationships, but like just looking at the things you've done, like I feel like you do that because, one, you're a little inconsiderate, not too bad, right? We've had this conversation before. Neither of us are nice people. We like to think that we are, or like we want to be good people, and we should definitely aim to be good people. But we're not bad people. We're not. You're not terrible. You're not a bad person. I think you're just a normal person, and that's okay, because most people are like you. Most people are like us. We're the average person, you know. But yeah, you make decisions based off being a little inconsiderate and being a little selfish, and kind of wanting things to turn out a certain way for your benefit. I think you've gotten better at it, but I think that just comes with like growing older and maturing and knowing that, oh, that's kind of shitty of me to do that, or like to think of that, because it's happened to me. I've noticed shit that I've done and I'm like, oh shit, was I doing that because I was like genuinely wanting to do that, or because I was expecting something out of it? And the times where I felt like, oh no, I was expecting something out of that, is when I've decided, like, or it's when I have to step back and be like, okay, why am I doing these things? Am I doing them because they make me happy, or because I'm investing in happiness? You know, like I'm doing it something to receive something in return. And I've always wanted to live my life in a way where I do things because I want to, not because I expect anything back, right?
Yeah.
And I've had my moments where I've done things expecting something back. And I don't like living my life like that, because it leads to disappointment. And honestly, I feel like I live a happier life when I just do things because I want to do it in that moment. It makes me happy in that moment, or it doesn't cause me any trouble to do that. I may not get any happiness out of it, but it doesn't cause me any trouble or negativity.
I think that's where I've been going with it more now recently. Like, I just feel doing it because it makes me happy. And it makes other people around me happy. Like, I don't do it because, like, oh, I'm gonna do this because, like I said, selfish reasons, right? For me, it's been more now like, I want to do that, I'm gonna do it, but I don't think about what's gonna be after or the consequences, or I don't think about like the award I'll get if I do something. For me, it's more just like, I want to do something like that, yeah, and I'll do it, and it makes me happy, and just that moment, and that's it. I don't expect anything else, anything more.
Let's be very clear about that. These are like the simplicities of life, though. Mm-hmm. It's not like making a decision on whether you should do crack or not. Like, crack is gonna make you happy in that moment, but you should think of the future consequences
exactly,
of that.
Yeah. I've been in jail before, guys. It's not that fun, guys.
I don't feel like it needs to be told, but maybe it should be implied that it doesn't. We're not talking about like life decisions. We're talking about like just your automated life, like the waking up when your alarm goes off, and then hitting snooze.
So rather, instead of just saying hi to your mom, hug your mom. You know,
it's the little things. Yes. It's the little things that you're on autopilot. That's what I was trying to think of. Autopilot.
Yes. Start small. Don't start big steps, because then you're just gonna feel really, really terrified of what you're doing, and we're exactly like awkward about steps you're taking. Little small steps go a long way after you get used to the comfort to it. But I think that's the thing for us, and I think that's when I get, and I want to kind of stop doing, is get out of that comfortability, and also the autopilot. Like, I kind of want to just do little small steps, doing things differently, just little by little. And I know not all at once, just all out, go opposite. You know what I mean?
No, I definitely agree with you. I feel like I've recently tried to stop being on autopilot, right? Because, man, I would say for the past 2-3 weeks, I've been trying to just go to sleep. And before, I would go to sleep whenever I was tired.
Yeah, you've been sleeping really early.
Yeah. And it's not that I go to sleep right when I walk into my bedroom and I lay down. Like, that's not the case. Like, sometimes I go into my room, like 10:30, 11 maybe, and I don't go to sleep till like 1. Like, there's still that issue, right?
But it's still the action.
But it's getting better from like me getting tired at 1, and then I lay in bed till 3, and then I finally fall asleep at 3. You know, I've been trying to make little efforts as far as like getting out of my autopilot, and it's not something I was even thinking about. Like, oh, I need to get out of autopilot. Like, now that you've explained it, like, oh shit, I guess I was doing that. Maybe subconsciously I was trying to do that, well, if I'm being honest, it's probably because I was trying to make sure that I was going to work on them, and I was having an issue with being on late, right? Or being tired of work. I was getting tired of that. I was getting tired of running late to work, or getting to work on time, and then halfway through the work day, I was feeling sleepy. You know, I was getting tired of that. Like, eventually you get tired of that shit.
Yeah, it becomes a nuisance because you're not functioning right. You feel exhausted. You're pissed off. You're hating yourself because you didn't sleep enough last night, and you're just beating yourself up for something that you probably could have done differently.
I feel like me and you have that a lot in common as far as our work ethics. You make it through work, and you're like, fuck, I could have done that better. Yeah. I think I could have been better at that. If I wasn't so tired, I would have got that shit done that better. I think the same way. And so that was bothering me a lot the past few months. And I was like, well, fuck, my sleeping issue, like that's always been my issues. Like, not just going to sleep early or being tired because I don't sleep enough.
Because even after work, once I finish, usually in the mornings, if I work in the mornings, because now it's kind of like, it fluctuates my time schedule. I come home and take a nap, but like now I kind of don't take naps anymore in the afternoon if I work in the mornings, because I'm just like, I'm wasting a lot of fucking time in the afternoon just going to sleep, because there's not times in my head I'm like 20-minute nap, cool, But that shit turns into a 3-hour nap. And I'm like, oh, it's already 9 p.m.
3-hour nap.
You know,
sleep.
It's already 9 p.m. And I'm like, okay, well, I go to sleep after a shower, eat, and it's already 2 a.m. in the morning. And I repeat the same shit. I repeat the same shit, and I repeat the same shit. So it's just those little small things that I just change, and I think you're the same way too. Little small things that you just have to capitalize on.
Just recently, honestly, it's just been recently.
Same way with me too. It's just been recently,
like
since the COVID shit.
Well, maybe I wouldn't say it's even that. It hasn't been because of COVID. It's because of my job. Like I just got to the point where I was like, man, I could just be so much fucking better if I would just wake up early, or not even wake up early, still wake up at the same time but be rested, right? And I was just like, I was getting upset with myself because I knew it was just one more thing that it was affecting my work to make me a really good employee, right? Because I would say right now I'm an okay employee. I could be a really good employee.
I'm an essential employee.
Yeah. I could become a really good employee if I just put a little more effort in the sleeping situation where I need to take full responsibility in that sense.
Yeah, and I think that's everybody else too as well. Whoever's out there, like, yeah, I think most of us kind of wish we did better when we wake up to our jobs and every morning. Because I know sometimes parents, like, you know, you're tired at home. You kind of wish you did differently. Like, oh, I shouldn't just say hi to my son instead of being get on my way, or, you know, just regañándolo or getting mad at them. Like, I know
reprimanding.
Yeah, people just, you know, it's just a different outtake in life. Like my dad recently has been working way more than he usually does when he was before we got sick. Now he's just he works. All he does when he comes home is just talk to us. Well, I mean, it's been a while since I've seen my dad because of COVID, but he goes home and just enjoys the conversation, sits down, drinks coffee with my mom and dad, my mom and my sister, and they just joke around, and he goes to sleep afterwards. Before, he would come home pissed off. He want to avoid everybody and just go to the room and not talk to nobody. Now his concept of thoughts is like, I'm going to go ahead and sit down with my family, enjoy what I can during the day while I'm awake, do some stuff that I need to do around the house, and go to bed whenever I'm time to go to bed.
Yeah, and that's a huge step, man. That's a life-changing step. You get so comfortable in your current life that it's hard. It's hard to just make a step towards, like, even changing your sleep schedule or your mood towards people, right? I mean, the fact that he's doing that, it's huge. I feel like what I've been doing as far as the sleep schedule is okay. It's a small step, and there's, like you said, every little step counts.
Small step goes a long way in the future.
It goes a long way. So that's my mentality. I think we're probably on the same wavelength right now. It's just we do things differently.
It's because we got that. What's it called?
So what was it that made you feel that? Like, what made you feel like, fuck, I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of fucking waking up.
The show.
Oh, the show.
The show made me just like you told me, and like, but you told me.
But
just,
that was talking about something else.
Yeah, but you just generalized it in one specific thing, right? When I seen that show, like, I guess what I felt is that character kind of did it. Like, the character kind of embodied what I was feeling.
You can relate.
I've never had that in a show, especially a sci-fi show. Like, yeah, this is more consciousness and more about self-awareness, and it's more about the decisions you're making and what is a god, what's a human and what's not human, or simulation. But that one episode itself just made me realize, like, how relatable it was. And I'm gonna be a little bitch about it, but I teared up when I was like, but like, not like in a sad way. It was like a realization of my life and thinking about,
you want more.
I want more. I need more.
Well, I feel like what you struggle with is happiness. Like, you're not like me. I'm just a positive, happy person, right? I genuinely don't know why. I just enjoy life. I think a lot of it has to do with I had a good upbringing. I have no issues as far as, like, my parents. My parents are still together. I didn't grow up being bullied, other than like in elementary.
Me?
Well, not you specifically. I don't remember. I don't remember you being a bully to me. But you say that, but I don't remember.
Man,
are you sure you didn't bully someone else?
Man, I don't even know. I got bullied like one time, but I guess I was that cool guy because everybody, my older brother and older sister, are the cool people, so they leave me alone. That's the only reason why I didn't get bullied, because I wasn't known as, hey, that's his brother, don't fuck with them. That's the little brother, don't fuck with them. That's it.
I got bullied just in elementary school. After that, I kind of made friends really quick. I mean, I've had an easy life as far as like I haven't experienced trauma.
Real quick.
Yeah.
There was this tweet and Twitter. I forgot. It was a while back, but they were saying why Mexicans really don't get bullied or don't take it like. I mean, I know obviously
don't take it hard.
Yeah, they don't take it as hard because they get bullied by their parents when they're at home. Hey, pinche gordo. Hey, gordo. Hey, flaco.
Oh yeah, the
nicknames.
The expression of affection towards in Mexican culture is usually insults.
Very, yeah, but it's not. Some people take. I mean, obviously, some kids. Oh, don't call me fat, or hey, don't call me this. But we just get like embarrassed.
Like a very, very like famous popular video is like Aida de Edgar.
Yeah. No wait.
And literally, that's him being bullied.
Yeah.
Like it's him being bullied, and then. Ay, te caíste. Pinche pendejo, güey. And I would say most of the people that watched that laughed and was like,
I'll put it up here, guys.
I like laughed and we're like, oh, I've been through that shit. I've been through that shit. Like I've experienced that where my cousin fucked with me.
Yeah, I think we bully each other as a family, but we know we do it out of just because, I mean, it's not really like, hey, I fucking hate you kind of situation, but we get bullied as
like,
as
you're
Mexicans.
being a dumbass. Don't be a dumbass.
Yeah, and then when we go to school and somebody calls us dumbass, I'm like, well, it doesn't mean shit because you're not my cousin,
Okay, you're...
Like, who
the fuck are you?
I don't give a fuck.
You don't know me.
You. So that's why I think what I heard that when we go to school, we don't take... We bully, we just either kick your ass or just we say whatever.
I guess I grew up with, like, thick skin. I didn't really...
I mean, your cousins would just mess around, but not like a dick to you, but like they'll joke around.
We call
and y'all could make people people cry.
Yeah, we say some
that's not
things.
family. Yeah.
We say some things. But I'm talking about like as far as like maybe being bullied in elementary school set me up for middle school and high school because I didn't really fucking care. There's only very few people that can hurt my feelings, and that's people within my family.
For sure, your mom and dad.
Yeah,
too many people.
Yeah,
you are worthless. You're not my son.
Well,
Dad? I don't even.
Well, I don't know about that. But still, like, there's only very few people that could actually like emotionally, because I have an emotional attachment to them. I care what they think about me.
When you say that one of your exes would be also emotionally.
I mean, I would take their opinion into account, but I wouldn't say that if they were to tell me, any of my exes were to tell me anything right now, would it hurt my feelings? It's
true because you're not the same person you were yesterday, kind of scenario, right?
Yeah, I'm not the same person I was when I was dating them.
And that's you too as well out there, guys. If people say, "Man, you're an asshole," I was an asshole yesterday, but today I'm a different man. I mean, don't be a dick about that.
But I mean, I'm just a happy person because I haven't experienced a lot of shit. I don't think so. Not negative shit. And then I've met people that I have. So I look at their lives and I'm like, oh shit! It just makes me feel more appreciative and lucky for the life that I had.
The situation you're in, right?
So yeah, that's why I always take every day like, oh, it's a blessing.
And I don't,
because it could be worse. I've seen worse. I've seen other people that have had worse.
Definitely, and I don't envy you at all when it comes to that. I'm just observing and like, this guy. I wonder why.
Oh.
I wonder why.
I already explained why.
Yeah, you did right now. But either way, I'm just like, this guy. Yeah. How does he keep it up all the time?
It's not all the time because I have my moments. Everyone has their moments.
But usually your moments come and go faster than other people.
Yeah, my moments probably last like 12 hours.
Yeah, and that's it.
And I'm done with that. And then I can go like months without even ever.
You're not the type of person that keeps grudges as much.
Oh, I don't think I have any grudges.
No.
If I'm being honest, I don't think. Is there anybody that I hate? I don't think I hate anyone.
I don't hate anybody. I mean, I hate one person.
I dislike people.
No, but I very dislike people. But if I see them and they want to come up with have a conversation, I could have it and not be like a dick about
respectfully,
it. Yeah, I could do that. I mean, would I prefer to have a conversation with them? No, I would just not even talk to them at all. But if they come up to me and be like, hey, I really wanted to say something about this. Okay, what's up? And that's it. Leave it alone and go away. But I think now... because I think I told you a long time ago. Well, last week I think I told you. Yesterday, 2 days ago. I'm like, hey, we could finally call kids. I mean, people who are 18 and under kids now, because we're older now.
No, you said 19 and 18-year-olds. Well, you said, can we call them kids? And I was like, I don't think so. They're not kids.
But back then we used to be calling that guy over there, that dude over there. Now he's a kid. they're kids now.
I mean, they're not technically kids though.
But they're
because when I think of a kid, I think of like a little kid, like
a child,
10, 9-year-old. Yeah, that's what I think of kids. Like they're teenagers. They're young adults.
But we're in the age where we're like, oh, I remember that. Where I used to do that shit. Right?
Yeah, we are at that age because I've caught myself thinking, oh, that's dumb. Why would you do that? And then I'd be like, oh, I probably would have done the same thing. At that age, I would probably would have done the same thing.
Have you ever thought about yourself this way? Because when we were kids, say 17, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, just 20 down to like 15. You seen your uncles at our age be like, man, I see them. They're very fucking grown. They're mature. They know what they're doing. This and that. They're very smart. They're intellect. They have a lot of things going. They have a lot going for them. And now that we're at their age, do you feel any fucking older? I feel like I'm still the same person I was when I was 15.
I still feel like well, I don't feel the same person.
I mean, I was much more smarter and more wise to some situations, but my mentality as like talking to my own friends like you is still the same way as it was back then. Maybe more open because we're living together, but I feel like when it comes to friend and friend, cousin, my same interaction between them is the same way as it was back then when I was a 10-year-old.
I've changed. I have changed.
I think you changed more than maturity wise.
I am a different person now. I've had my experiences to where I'm not as silly or immature, and I don't know if I like that about myself.
But you don't think you're the same person as interaction wise when it comes to your family?
No, I think I've
so
changed.
You've matured more than you thought.
I don't know if I've matured. I don't know if that's like as far as like my interactions with people. I don't know if I've matured because I've always been mature for my age as far as like conversations and being respectful and holding a conversation with someone. I feel like I've always been where I am right now since I was like 16. As far as how I act and my personality, I feel like that's changed because 16 to 23, 24 was I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. I think this is funny. I'm gonna say this shit. I don't care what I say if it hurts someone's feelings, right? And then I've had my moments where I've hurt people's feelings and it impacted me in a way where I was like, oh, I didn't. Huh?
Come?
What do you mean come?
Come? You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know.
Hurt feelings.
Oh, yeah, I didn't mean to, like, I meant to go that far. I just didn't think of the consequences and hurting someone's feelings. And then you start to realize that bullying and insulting people and making jokes that you think are funny and other people are laughing, if someone takes it the wrong way, it could put them through a tailspin. And like I came to the point where I was like, I don't want to make jokes anymore about anybody because I don't want to be the reason. I don't want to be the reason someone takes their life, right?
I didn't even think about that far, but yeah,
no, I know
it's a possibility.
Yeah, I never thought I would get to that point because I always thought my shit was innocent, right? And nothing happened where I made someone say nothing. Damn, that makes it sound like I did. Nothing even comes close to like me ever doing something like that. Like I've never done anything like that, but I've had moments where I've made someone like cry, and that didn't feel fucking good, right? So I started backing off on how I insult people. I started backing off on how I talk to people, and I've noticed that I come off kind of quiet now.
More reserved and
serious.
The interaction, the content.
Yeah, which I was always like that when it came to new people, but I do that now with like the people that I'm close to.
I've never been that person that been very vocal about my situation sometimes when it comes to like interactions with cousins or friends, but I think I'm more reserved now than I was before. Like I wouldn't make a stupid act. I wouldn't make like a stupid dance in front of a fucking club and at a club in front of like random people just because I want to get a laugh out. Like I'll do it if I'm having fun and I'm just enjoying myself, but I wouldn't do it for specific people, or I wouldn't do it just to be the center of attention. I would just do it because, hey, you know what? I want to have fun with it, you know? And for me, those was kind of what, you know, it's what I kind of changed. Like I think I am more reserved, but I feel like interacting wise,
I think that comes with age though.
True. But I feel like I would act the same way I am as I was back then with the person. Like, say with you, right? If me and you, okay, say for example, my cousin, right, the photographer. Mm-hmm. If me and him act the same way as a kid up until this age, if he acts the same way, I'm gonna act the same way as we were back then. But if he acts more mature, I'm gonna act more mature because you know what I mean. Like, I don't want to joke around while he's acting, serious.
Yeah.
So it just depends on the person who you're talking to, like the interaction. Like if you're been friends since forever, yeah, and if he's still acting the same way you were as a kid, I'm gonna act the same way too. But if you're showing some level of maturity, and you're showing that you want to be more mature about this conversation, I'm gonna meet you at the same level. Mm-hmm. But if you want to act like we acted back then, like that, in the snap of a finger, I could do that.
I don't think I'm there. I don't think I do that. I don't revert anymore.
So you didn't go back to how you felt.
I don't think
you do it with Ralphie though, right?
Man, no, not even with him. Sometimes, like, it's rare that I do.
But that's when you're buzzed, right?
Not even. Like, I've just noticed because, like, he'll say some things and I'll laugh and I think of something to say, but I won't say it. And before I didn't care, and he'll even like kind of call me out on it. He's like, man, like you used to not give a fuck, and I was like, well, I give a fuck now. He's like, but what's gonna happen? Like, what's gonna happen if you don't say it, or if you like what? I'm like, I don't know. It's not who I am anymore. Right?
Like for today, like, well, I was just joking on the text message you put. I didn't get no acknowledgement. I was acting all like gay about it. Cause him left in the chat room, and I was like, "Hey, what's up?" Cause you know how before that I was like, "Hey, thick boy Ralphie," you know? But I was like, I didn't even get a response back. He just ignored me completely, and I was just like, "Well, if you don't give me the same feedback, if you don't give me the same level as like interaction, I'm just stop after that, you know." Mm-hmm. And I don't know if that's how you feel. Like if
no, it's a complete a self thing. It's just I don't want to be that person.
You don't want to be known as that person.
No, I don't care. I am that person. Like that's how. I mean, I think that's.
I'm saying like you don't want to be known as that. Just silly. Always.
No, silly. I am. It's the more insults that I don't do anymore. Like I can make fun of myself. I'm okay with that because I'm comfortable with myself. I know that the things that I say about myself aren't gonna push me into any depression or anything like that where it causes me mental issues. Right. I can't speak on behalf of other people. Even the people that I'm close with, like you said, Ralphie, he's the type of person that if I said something to him that made fun of him, he can handle it. And I know he can handle it. But there's just moments where I just don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. It doesn't feel...
It doesn't feel good.
It doesn't feel good.
It doesn't feel like, why even say it, It's
yeah,
just like,
I mean, back in high school, I would knock them down with the best of them.
Stick a fucking bullet up their ass and shoot them in the face.
We had our table where at lunch where
it was a fucking
it
was like open mic night. Hey guys, come here, roast table.
Yeah, don't even walk by that fucking table because you're gonna get roasted. And I was one of the top. I mean, I would say
roasters.
Yeah, one of the top roasters. Right?
I sat at that table. Hey, little bitch. What's up?
I was one of. I mean, I would say and. In that time, I fucking loved it. It was great. It was fucking hilarious.
It was so funny because you sat right behind me, like in that little. Well, it's the middle table, and the one next to the really wall, and that one next to the wall with the eagles and the whole mural painting. Yeah. That's where all the jocks were sitting at, and then you're right behind us, and we were just always just shit talk back and forth. We never shit talk back and forth with you and them, and like I'll hang out with them, and then I'll hang out with y'all after school, kind of situation. But that was fun. That's why I was voted the most friendliest. Yeah.
I got best sense of humor.
It's crazy, right? Like how we both kind of like got what we kind of knew we were.
I didn't think I was gonna win that.
I didn't even know I was voted for anything.
I was fucking at our table eating, right? And they're like, "Hey," I'm like, "What?" Like, go up there. I'm like, "Why? You won." I'm like, "What the fuck did I win?" I wasn't even paying attention to that because I didn't think I was gonna win anything.
But that makes a lot of sense for your sense of humor. And for me, most friendly is because I just hang out with random people without even having to think about twice or who I'm with.
I just didn't think everybody thought I had a good sense of humor. I just hung out with the people I hung out with.
I didn't even, like the fucking student council, I didn't even talk to them as much. Like Emma and all that.
No, that makes sense, though. That makes sense that you got most friendly. You're always trying to suck everyone's dick. See?
Damn right. Damn right.
See, I used to say shit like that.
I think worse.
Yeah, way worse. That was just like my intentions were to hurt your feelings back then.
My intentions like I don't give a fuck.
Like hurt your feelings, but everyone's gonna laugh.
Back then I'd probably be like, oh, don't say that. Now I'm like, give me that dick.
It's different though. I don't know. I wish there's moments where I wish I could go back because I just feel like I was more fun when I was that person.
I think you would do it if like it was at like a different country, city, and you're just having fun with some random people like that are fucking raunchy and shit, and you're like, fucker.
I don't know. I do think about it sometimes, especially when I'm hanging out with my cousins, the boys, right? And the girls. You know what? The girls too, because the girls.
I think the girls are more dirty than the guys are now.
Nah, they're about the same. They're equally as bad. So it's just that the girls sometimes sound dirty because they're girls. You know.
But it makes them more hotter though. I mean, okay, it's weird.
Well, can you not talk about my family like that?
Dude, okay.
And
I don't even think I was like.
I don't even talk about your family like that.
About those people.
No, whatever. Oh, you're talking about the other girls. And they're fucking hilarious too.
They're
the
very
girls.
funny, yeah.
I mean, there's just moments where they'll make jokes, and I'm like, I thought of that, right?
Yeah, I should have said that shit.
I was gonna, like, I thought of what they said, and I was gonna say it, and I was like, nah, right? Because I just kind of questioned that side of myself still. Like now, I just have a hard time with it, but I question myself with that. And I'm like, man, I would be so much funnier and fun if I just let that guy loose, right?
But it'd be scary as fuck.
I mean,
people who get their feelings hurt.
I don't know though, because like, what if I just don't say things that are offensive?
Why don't you just be like upfront about it with everybody? Be like, hey, just to be clear, today's gonna be a different day. M is gonna come back, the original one. Just let you know, you might get your feelings hurt, but it's not personal. So let's go ahead and have fun, guys. All right, go.
So this is my thing. There's been moments where I've done things and I've said things and I've hurt people's feelings, right? And that was not my intention. And there's moments where I just make a joke and it's not my intention to hurt anybody's feelings and it hurt someone's feelings. And the past year I've done that. Like twice, like 3 or 4 times, right?
Examples?
I don't want to say.
Okay, because I don't even remember.
I can tell you afterwards.
Okay, because I don't remember any of those examples.
And I've done those things, and then I just feel like it's not even worth it. It's not even worth it to make somebody upset like that.
Oh, I know me and you go to the bar and you just go hard ass on my ass.
I don't fucking ass, first of all.
You know what I'm saying? Just go, hey, this little bitch. Go talk to her, bitch. All right.
I don't do that.
No, I'm saying just go for it. Like, practice with me. Like, I don't get hurt.
No, but that's the thing, though. I do make fun of you, and I do say shit.
Yeah, you go hardcore on me. I don't think you'll hold back on me.
Well, see, that's something that you started. Because you would make fun of me. When we first started living together, you would come at me, and I was like, okay, I'll let that slide.
That's true. I was more confident because I had Laura with me, so she had my back all the time, but she never really did like.
Because when I would start coming at you, then she'd be like, "Oh, you do that shit. Yeah. Oh, you are a little bitch like that."
So yeah,
you started that.
She agreed with you more than she agreed with me.
You started that though. I literally didn't do nothing.
Nope.
And then you started coming at me, and I was like, okay, well, I mean, that's funny, but it's not funny, but okay, whatever. Oh, you're gonna come at me again today?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna bury you. Oh, you want me to kill you?
Okay, and I'm like, okay,
off,
like,
bro?
okay, it's nice, all right, whatever, it's funny, that's funny, whatever. Like, never really. But then it got to the point where I was like, okay, this motherfucker, all he fucking does is try to case on me, and I think I'm being fucking nice. Nah. Let's not do that no more. Like, if you're asking for smoke, you're gonna get smoke, right?
You get that dick in your mouth, bro.
So that's different though. I get
the dick in my mouth, bro.
There's people that don't are just sitting there. They're just bystanders, right? And they're not asking for anything. And then I used to come at them just because they're like, oh, why you being so fucking quiet? You being so fucking quiet because of this? And then people would laugh. You know, like now as I only come at the people that come at me. Because I'm like, oh, okay, if you can dish it out, then you better expect to get it back.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think that's.
And it's not like, oh, I'm doing it so you can shut the fuck up. I'm doing it because, like, okay, well, I'm just not gonna sit here and let myself get made fun of. Especially if it's not funny shit. If it's funny shit, bruh, I'll laugh. I'll laugh and I'll be like, yeah, you got me. Whatever, you got me.
True.
So,
I think this is a random thing, right? But you know what I miss? Being high at a club.
High at a club?
Yeah, I thought about it right now. The club we were at, man, that shit was it's a wild experience. It's like, whoa.
I don't.
I mean, not that I don't miss it, but it's fun knowing that I could have done that.
Yeah, you know what I was thinking about the other day. I I'm not really into drugs. I tried my fair share. Right?
I want to try shrooms.
I've never done anything hardcore. I've always wanted to do like hallucinogens.
Yeah, hallucinogenic, but like either shrooms or not LSD, because maybe, who knows?
LSD. Well, they say the right dose.
Yeah, the right amount. Because I heard this doctor that I think I'm sure you heard the Joe Rogan episode that she kind of goes in her head because like it kind of it kind of alleviates the pressure. Blood, so it kind of makes your brain to grow as it should be, because right now it's kind of like staggered at one point, and it kind of. It's supposed to. I
don't know why she drilled a hole in her head, other than I believe it was because the pressure.
Yes, I think so.
The pressure building in her head.
Yeah, and she said that LSD is taken in significant small doses is good for you, rather than taking it like fucking Manson and shit, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's like almost ODing on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I get that.
And so I think if I could take like shrooms and have that third eye open, I want to try it. I want to check it out. See what's up with that. Because maybe I'll have the fucked up worst effect and I'll stop doing it. But as long as I'm well aware where I'm at, like if I'm in a locked location, or if I have a friend, like say you, walk me around, as long as I don't fucking jump, you could just tackle me, right?
I wouldn't walk you around, but I definitely take care of you.
Yeah, like
I feel like the best thing to do with you is just like make sure you're just sitting down.
I would want to go to like nature, like camping, and you just fucking just like tackle me if I'm going off the cliff or something.
Man, I don't know.
Because I think that's what I heard. Going to nature is like you'll fucking find something. Like, don't take me to a dangerous like world. Take me to like somewhere like a resort. A whole
new world.
Like a resort, and a whole new world. Not like a resort, and somewhere like there's no cliffs, there's no deadly spiders, there's no snakes, and then just tackle the shit out of me if I could try to run up somewhere. That's my whole thing. Eventually, one day. Future employers. I'm not saying anything. But yeah, I don't know. So real quick before we end the episode, right? Did you think I get my thought right when I talked about the whole Westworld? I got there pretty late, but
yeah,
did it make sense? It
was confusing whenever you're like trying to explain the whole like episode, and then you finally like explain what you were talking about. It was confusing, that part, but I think you got to the point.
So if I get
people feeling like they're in a cycle and you have to break that.
So I should just skip the whole entry of the whole Westworld. It was like waste of time.
No, I think it was funny. I think it was a good part of the episode.
Okay, because I was gonna put that into the little intro of the video, so I can talk about the whole Westworld stuff. Because that's the main thing I did really want to talk about. Because like I said, it really fucked me up. Like not in a bad way, but more like, oh fuck, like. Okay, and I don't know why the next day I woke up happy. I guess I woke up happy today too, because part of that.
Maybe because you felt like you're going to change your life?
Yeah, and for me, like, you know what? I'm so worrisome about what happens.
You know who's a good example that you should like keep in your head to make you change things of your life if they're positive changes, right?
Yeah, obviously, yes.
Is your dad. Like, he's a good role model as far as like, I mean, you used to live with him. You know how things were whenever he was getting off of work or whenever he was still drinking.
Yeah.
Like, and look at what he's done now. Like, he's a completely different person, right?
That is true.
You can use him as a role model. If he can do it, you can do it.
I cannot wait to the day I could bring my mom and dad into this podcast. It's so fun.
Gonna be you
can be on there because we have 4 mics.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on there.
It's
okay. Ask questions.
No, it's gonna be all in Spanish, right?
Some of it. But now that I have YouTube, I could translate it in Spanish. But obviously, audio, you're fucked if you're not English. So, everybody out there que soy Latino,
for all the English speakers, that was not Spanish. It was just him saying blah, 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 blah.
But anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and close this episode out because it's about to hit that 1:30 mark.
Well, guys, you know what I always say. You never know when someone's having a bad day, so just be good to each other.
And if you're having out there, if you're hungry, you want some food, beers, whatever you want, just order what you need to do and tip your fucking bartenders, your local fucking grocery stores, your fucking whatever you fucking
your delivery drivers.
And just don't be a fucking idiot, you know? Be respectful to others when it comes to the whole thing that we're in, you know? Eventually we get out of it and then the new pandemic comes in and we die. So anyways, y'all take care. Bye.